Welcome to Almost Adults.
Oh, my friend Gage is gonna talk to you. Oh, and Junkies, he'll be there, oh, too. Even though they're not close together, they're far away. There, one's in Tampa, the other one's in LA. Oh, Gage, what is the show called again?
Fucking, it's Almost Adults. Shit.
Almost adult. Shit.
Welcome to Almost Adults. I guess it's the robotic intro episode.
Well, we are in space.
Are you?
I'm setting something up.
All right. All right.
You'll figure out next episode why we're in outer space.
Coming into Gage. Who do you have there with you?
Jean-Claude, I think I'm doing all right. I'm here with my buddy, Nino.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing, everybody?
I have never heard your radio voice before.
Oh, man.
That is your total radio voice, isn't it?
It definitely changes. Talking
Take
voice.
pride
we all
in
have
that.
different talking
My voice completely changes as well.
No,
Yeah.
It's a professional thing, Gaze. It's a professional thing.
I'm sorry, I'm a human being, and I talk like a human being. Even though I was talking like a robot a couple of seconds ago.
You sound like you're talking like a robot right now.
You got into it.
We're gonna have to perform a Turing test on you and see whether or not you're the real thing.
Nice Blade Runner reference, bro.
All right.
Did you hear they're making a second Blade Runner?
I
No.
did not, but cool.
I get nervous with those remakes. Should I be excited or should I be scared?
It's a sequel,
Well, it's a
actually.
sequel.
Yeah.
Well, should I still be scared?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't you be? Jared Leto's in it.
Oh.
Harrison Ford's coming back. Ridley Scott's not directing. It's the guy from Sicario. Have you seen Sicario?
I have not. I have your cat rubbing up against me right over here.
Oh.
Getting a little distracted. Hey, cat. How you doing?
I have
Yeah.
not seen Sicario either. But yes, we have Nino Llanera. Is that the correct pronunciation of your last name?
That is correct.
Perfect.
That is absolutely correct.
Oh my gosh.
All
Ooh,
right.
Thank you for pronouncing his last name. I was going to ask him before, and then I forgot, and then you pronounced it perfectly.
That's
Gotcha.
exactly what I told the person who was speaking at my graduation to do it. That's perfect. I was like, let's rehearse it one more time before I go on stage.
One more time.
Well, yes.
I love to hear it.
Welcome to the podcast. We're so glad to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah. So, should we tell the audience how I met Nino, or should we just keep it
No,
secret?
please. I personally would love to hear how you met Nino.
Secrets.
Secrets. We were together in an interview for Warner Brothers, and the first thing I heard Nino said was like, I am in love with Rachel Bloom.
I know.
And Rachel Bloom is the star of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Right.
And because of Nino, I started watching it. And because of Nino, Kat started watching it. And because of Nino, Thomas started watching it. And so it's like this domino effect, all started by Nino. And now we're all hooked on the show.
You're welcome, world. You're welcome.
He's the root of it all. He's patient zero.
That's right. So CW, if you hear that now,
Give Nino a little green on the side. You know what I'm saying?
we're looking for that check, CW.
And so, yeah, I met him at the interview. I thought he was cool. Then we both got hired together.
Thank God.
And I still thought he was cool. And then I started talking to him. And guess what? He still was pretty cool.
Look at that. Thanks, Gage. That interview, though, can we talk about that really quick?
Sure.
6 hours long?
Oh my god, it was
6 hours
so long.
Really?
It's like American Idol. We didn't know when we were going to get cut.
No. Like, they called people, like, out of the room, and we're like, did they get hired? Did they get cut?
Yeah.
In retrospect, it was like, well, if they're keeping us around, they'll probably not cut us.
You'd hope so, yeah.
I would hope so. I hope they wouldn't take people aside and be like, congratulations, you made it. We're going to fire everybody in there.
Tell me a little bit about the process behind their auditioning. What were the steps?
It was a bit like an audition, wasn't it?
It was. I think we had a little intro audition to kind of, I guess, show everyone our speaking voices in a sense.
Yeah.
And then I see how we react in front of a crowd. And then we had like this, what was it, 30-second spiel that we had to do?
It was like a minute spiel that
minute
we had
spiel,
to do on a Warner Brothers movie or television show.
Right.
And I did mine on Kong Skull Island.
You did.
I did. And I said, star Samuel L. Jackson, who you might know from every movie ever. And that's the only thing I can remember from it. What was yours?
Mine definitely was Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Like, I referenced that maybe 6 times throughout the interview, so they knew exactly that I knew what CW was.
Nice.
And it's a joint venture with CBS and Warner Brothers, just to let the people know out there. But yeah, I remember saying, like, yeah, this is the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend show, and I felt like I blanked out too, because it was one of those moments when you're up there and you just talk.
You just go on autopilot, man.
Yeah, and then you hope for the best.
Vegas said, present to us a TV show under the Warner Brothers label.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty
Basically,
much.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have blanked out too.
The only ones I remember was Memes, who was like, we are going to go into the cartoon world now, just like Roger Rabbit, one of my favorite cartoons.
Right.
And I'm like, this is amazing. And the other one was the guy who's like, we're shooting Space Jam under here, and R. Kelly.
Oh, man. Yeah, that guy didn't make it.
Really?
That guy definitely did not make it.
Yeah. That was my buddy, though. We had bonded because we sat next to each other. I was rooting for him. Then he let out a joke that was probably not appropriate. Or
Yeah,
inappropriate
yeah,
at that time.
yeah. Space Jam and urination.
Yes.
Connect the dots, people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you could hear the whole room just go,
Man, just cringeworthy kind of stuff. Yeah, I probably would have gone down the cartoon route and presented like, welcome to the show of Batman Beyond.
Yeah, good one. A lot of people love Batman the Animated Series there. You could have done Mask of the Phantasm. Have you seen that?
I have not, so I couldn't.
Oh, man, it's great. It's technically a Batman theatrical release. It's with Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill
wow.
reprising their roles from the animated series.
Cool.
And it's like a bit of an origin story of Batman, and it's incredible.
That is awesome.
If you did Batman, you would have been good. 75th anniversary right now.
75th anniversary.
Ba-boom.
It's a little bit farther because it's like Wonder Woman's 75th anniversary, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the big thing we're celebrating right now. And the Wonder Woman movie is coming out, and everyone should go watch it because it pays Nino's and I's checks as of now.
Go. Yes. There you go.
Can we just talk about Batman more?
Sure.
Can this be the Batcast?
Anything you guys want to talk about, I'm here.
I mean, what parts of Batman would you like to talk about? We already talked a lot about Batman with Nick, apparently, so.
Yeah, we did talk a lot about Batman. Just Michael Keaton is the best actor ever, and I thought he was the best Batman ever, and he was awesome in Birdman, and he was awesome in, what was the other one that I really liked him in? Beetlejuice. That's, how did I forget Beetlejuice?
I don't know.
I'm surprised we don't have a lot of Beetlejuice and Little Shop of Horrors stuff over at WB. Do you know any of that?
We don't have, I watched both of those definitely religiously, I think, when I was younger. But we don't have anything Family Matters either.
No Family Matters?
No Steve Urkel at all, WB. Come on now, folks.
To quote Steve Urkel, did we do that?
We did it. You can't tell when you're in the studio. Like, I don't know, maybe Jaleel White had something.
Did you know he was the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog for a while?
Jaleel White?
Yeah. He was like,
I mean, he could do that voice. Like, yeah.
it was really weird if you see like these PSAs that they had at the end of every Sonic cartoon. Like, if a guy tries to touch you and it plays you're uncomfortable with, that is no good.
Oh, yeah. I do remember those.
That was Jaleel White. Okay.
That was Jaleel White.
You learn something every day.
And I believe he's doing like sci-fi directing now, like for the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, wow. He had like a show after Family Matters, and it lasted for a little bit. Kind of just like Ben Savage has done. And then actually his is gone now off Hawks.
Well, he's
Grindr.
doing Girl Meets World. You're talking about Fred Savage.
Fred Savage. I'm sorry. Fred
Okay.
Savage, yeah.
Get your savages in line.
Right. I always get those two mixed up.
Fred Savage is doing okay. He's directing a lot of Always Sunny episodes.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about because we don't have a lot of movie-educated guests on here, believe it or not.
Ah,
Yeah, and I love movies. I love television.
I'm in it. I mean, I work at Warner Brothers, so hey.
Yeah. You also do an AfterBuzz TV
Yes,
show.
I do. I work at AfterBuzz TV. It's a company started by Maureen Menounos and Kevin Undergaro, and we just basically talk about all your favorite shows right now. I think we have over 120 after shows a week.
Wow.
It's like The Talking Dead, but a whole network.
Exactly. Like The Talking Dead, but a whole network, and hopefully, I mean, we're actually the official after show for Stranger Things right now.
Really?
On Netflix.
No way. Are you hosting that one?
I wish. I wish. No, but there are some great hosts on that panel right now, but hopefully more with Netflix to come. We'll see what happens in the near future, but that one went well. So
Kudos.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you, guys.
And you host Catfish, Wayward Pines. What else am I forgetting?
I've done a lot of reality TV before, as far as TV, scripted TV, I did the Minority Report one, guys. Listen,
man.
if it wasn't Minority Report, if it wasn't called Minority Report, it would have been an awesome show. It would have been an awesome show. That's such an iconic movie, and you don't want to touch that.
I don't really think it's in the realm of iconic.
I like that movie.
I like it a lot too, but I wouldn't be like. I would just say it's a very good movie. I wouldn't say it's a great movie.
To each his own, I guess, right? But
you know, I'm right. I just like to clarify, I'm right.
Just to say this, Gage, if they based a Futurama episode off of it, it's pretty iconic.
That's true. Community also parodied it. So, you know what?
See that?
It's
Yeah.
left its mark.
Jean-Claude? Yes. It's left its mark, exactly. I've done Grandfathered, which is also canceled.
Grandfathered.
Fox, let's get it
Good
together.
old John Stamos.
Yeah. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which I'm coming back on in the fall.
You do Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? Yeah. Oh, congratulations,
Crazy
man.
Ex-Girlfriend. I love it, and I can't wait for you guys to see this next season coming up.
Wait,
We're
have
trying
you-
to get a whole bunch of guests there.
You said you guys.
I hope
Have you seen it? Some of it,
I have
Nino?
not seen any of it yet. No, I have not. But we're trying to get some guests on there from the show. Miss Rachel Bloom, I hope you're listening.
Oh, Rachel Bloom, calling out to you.
Exactly. I've done Catfish as well, too, and a whole bunch of other MTV reality stuff. Catfish is interesting. I am not back on this season. I'm giving it a break just because I want to come back to it the next season. It was mid-season break, and I gave it a break after it came back just because I want to love it again, and it's the 5th season.
Right, yeah. TV shows really always have that lull,
It
like
is,
in the
yeah.
middle. I remember The Office having it pretty bad in season 5 and 6.
Yeah, I agree with you with that. Yeah, definitely.
And I think Futurama had it for a long while. I thought the last couple seasons were great of Futurama, but the first couple seasons were awesome of Futurama with the devil's
hands are idle playthings.
Playthings, yeah. And Jurassic Park.
That's like season 3 and season 4, I'm pretty sure. Aren't they?
Yeah, they were very early seasons.
How many seasons of Futurama were there?
There were
10.
10, okay. 10's good. If you can get over that 5 hump, that kind of gives you that lull like we're talking about, you're good to go. You're good to go. Hopefully you're good to go.
If you ever made a TV show, how long do you think you would run it for?
I would love to run it for 10 seasons.
Really?
If possible. I feel like the 10-season shows are the ones that people will always like remember. It's one of those that stay there for a while. I want to get a plaque on a studio on the stage. Okay, like if you have over 10 seasons at Warner Brothers, you get a plaque that's dedicated to you for one of the stages out there. I would like a plaque for my show.
Okay. Dude, I'll just go down to the hardware store, get a plaque for you.
10 seasons would be great, but if I can get like over 5 good seasons, like good seasons without having that lull, I think I'd be fine too.
Honestly, like if I were to do a TV show, I would have like 3 seasons max. Because I feel like I really would like to tell a story and not stretch it out for any long. I feel like over 2 is excessive. But
Really?
Yeah.
But then it doesn't help build the brand, though.
yeah, that's a business way of looking at it,
Yeah.
and I, being an artist, am a terrible businessman. What about you, Jean-Claude? If you had a TV show?
Personally, I'm all about miniseries shows.
Over the Garden
yeah,
Wall,
like
baby.
Over the Garden
I love
Wall,
those.
something like that, where it's a 10 to 12 episode long little series. I mean, personally, if I were to ever make a show, it would be a cartoon. So it'd probably be like a 10 to 12 episode kind of miniseries that just has a story that I wanted to get across and encapsulates it. And who knows, maybe it's not like, doesn't build a brand, it doesn't go crazy, but it'll have a niche community and it'll go viral in that sense. That's what I would aim for.
I like how, like, at the very end, you're like, it's going viral, by the way, guys. By the way,
I mean, like,
if you're listening, internet, YouTube, Vimeo, it's going viral. You can't stop it.
yeah, so something like that. But I wouldn't be unhappy with a Futurama-esque 10 seasons, so.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be unhappy either.
Right. You know what? Wayward Pines started off as a miniseries, and then got picked up as a full.
Yeah. Originally, I thought Stranger Things was also going to be just like
too,
10,
yeah.
10 episodes.
Let's see what happens. I wonder what.
Don't spoil the ending. I'm on like third to last episode.
Oh, you're good. Okay,
Yeah, we were
well,
just
yeah.
talking about it
So good.
last podcast.
Third to last, you said?
Third to
Well, I'm
last.
trying to. So you guys have both seen all of it?
Yes.
Yes.
So what just happened was little nerd boy jumped off the cliff to save Toothless and got saved.
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
that episode just ended and the government's going after him or something.
That's great.
So-
And I like Toothless saying, like, that's not a saying, but
I love
that's
that
what
guy.
that's
Yeah.
what everyone will remember him as. He's like, she's our friend and she's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
His teeth are in, by the way.
What?
His teeth are back in now.
Oh good.
Let's see, even
Spoilers.
they have to kill him off the first episode back. Kill him off.
They're back in now. That guy's funny. All those kids are really, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good actors for their age. They held it on so well for them being the main characters throughout the whole time.
It reminded me almost. Do you guys ever see Super 8?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it reminded me of that kind of kid-like crew.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. I haven't watched it fully, but no, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like reflecting on Super 8 now, it's not a very memorable movie. I hate to say it.
No, it's not. You're
'cause
right.
I love all the people involved, but it was like almost trying too hard to be very nostalgic instead of letting it happen organically. I feel like Stranger Things had a story in mind and that just happened to be set in the 1980s. I feel like J.J. Abrams was like, let's go back and make a Spielberg movie, like, with that in this mindset. I don't know the thought process with the Duffer Brothers.
I don't know, the period of the 1980s kind of gives that era of the government could still be doing this conspiracy of working with alien creatures, and there was always that kind of wonder in people's minds with, I don't know if that same story would work so well at basing it in modern society. I don't know.
It flowed well. It was great. Actually, the Duffer Brothers did some things for Wayward Pines, too. They wrote
Really?
too. Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah. They work with M. Night Shyamalan.
That is definitely his name.
That's his name.
I feel like that guy is making a comeback. Like, The Visit apparently wasn't bad, and Wayward Pines, a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
So, good for
So
him.
there's hope for Sonic 2, right? Right? Sonic? he can make a comeback? M. Night Shyamalan can do
I
it.
thought you were saying Sonic 2 as, like, Sonic the sequel.
No.
I'm like, did they make a Sonic
Sorry,
movie?
Sonic as
Did I
well
miss that?
could make a comeback if M. Night Shyamalan could do it.
Anything is possible.
Oh, man. You inspired me with your cliches. So, we wanted to talk to Nino about fashion.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because Nino is one fashionable son of a bitch.
Thanks, Gage. Appreciate it, man.
He wears the best sunglasses. I love his button-down shirts. And he wears these silly hats that would not work on me.
I think it would.
Oh, okay.
It could work. You just gotta try. That's the thing.
Well, for the listener out there, the hat works tremendously.
So I just put my hat on Gage, and it works. The thing is, I think with fashion, you just have to try it out and see what works for like your body type or like what works for your individual style, like who you are. I think a lot of people are just scared to try new things or whatnot.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? And then once they do, though, like, it's almost like being obsessed with a TV show. Like, once you try something, you're like, I think I want to try this or something else. Or I like this style, and I want to try this even more or whatnot. Go a little deeper into the situation. I love fashion. I used to work in retail for over 10 years, actually. I worked it in high school, college. I was a visual merchandiser for H&M. Yeah, it's really just up to you to really want to try something new and not be afraid. And I think, Gage, you can do the same thing.
Aw, thanks, man.
I think you can, man.
Yeah, for the longest time, I was very concerned with what people thought of the way I dressed, so I just wore button-downs and ties everywhere. I was that kid. And then just one day I woke up and I'm like, I don't feel like it today. So I just threw on a t-shirt, and that's my style, man. Just a t-shirt and jeans.
If you own it, man. That's a good thing, so.
Yeah. But occasionally, confessions, occasionally I like to divulge in the occasional necktie.
Oh,
The necktie.
nice.
I used to be a big bow tie fan.
Oh, yeah.
Bow ties are
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
Bow ties are cool.
They're different.
And my two best indulging fashion were, the first time was probably with a bow tie. I walked into my Physics 1 class in undergraduate, and I
Oh, physics. All
I
right.
wore suspenders and a bow tie,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm totally Steve Urkeling this out today.
That was your, I'm going to get an A in this
Oh,
class.
yeah.
That was it.
My professor was Professor Capstick, who was this British man.
Professor Chapstick.
Yeah, Professor Chapstick. And he was this British man who, at the beginning of every test, would always ask us, what formulae would you like me to put up on the board for you? But inevitably, one student would be like, all of them. And he'd be like, all right, so I'm going to start over here with the Schrodinger equation for you. And then he would write out any and all formula. He's a cool guy. The second time I felt like I was really super fashionable and setting a standard, I went out to Kat's actually favorite club in Ybor City, and my friend Alex had recently made me a Digimon t-shirt.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he made me a Digimon t-shirt, and so I slapped that on, I threw a blazer over it, and some nice jeans,
Holy
and then I walked out
Fuck, dude.
rocking a blazer and a Digimon shirt, and it was great.
That's amazing.
That's him, Nino. That is him owning fashion right there.
That is it.
He just won fashion for the youth. Colin GQ,
We had
baby.
this, I think we had this one girl in our department. She was wearing a pantsuit, and she had a Batman shirt underneath.
Oh,
We
nice.
were like, not like a collared shirt. It was a Batman shirt and her pantsuit as she was going about her day.
That is epic.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, like, hey, if you could do it, if you could own it, you're happy about it. Like you said, you felt like you made a statement.
Absolutely.
You probably did.
That's one of the things I admire about John Claude. Whenever he tells a story about going to like a public place, he just does his own thing. Like he was dancing to some Dragon Ball Z moves in one club, and that stuck with me ever since.
Yeah.
At first, I said, "What a dork," and I said, "Wait a minute." But he's an individual dork.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Hey, you do anything with enough confidence and people will populate.
No, that is true. Like, no, I think fashion's all about individuality. That's the thing. There are trends out there, but you wear the trend differently. Each person wears it differently, nonetheless. You know what I mean? So, if Kanye can make clothes that are like $500 for a t-shirt with holes in it, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could just go to Goodwill, man.
It's really up to you to build the hype, is what I think I'm trying to say.
Right.
Right there.
Right, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Just own it, baby. Just
Not that I
own
would
it.
buy a $500 shirt with holes in it, because I could make it myself.
Yeah, man. Listen to the thrift shop song.
Exactly. Like, Macklemore is always right.
Well, let's not go down that.
So, Nino, I looked a little bit at your website. First of all, I love the design of your website, if this is the correct site that I went to. And you talk about how...
Oh, which side is it, John Claude?
I can't remember the exact URL, but I'm pretty sure it was like, I just Googled Nino Llanera, and his site came up, and you scroll down, and you're like, look at my timeline of all my stuff that I've done.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's my marketing portfolio. Oh, you found some stuff.
Yeah, so-
okay, Jean-Claude.
Yeah, he does his research, unlike me.
I just Googled myself for the first time, like, I think it was like the other week. It's crazy what pops up.
Well, first of all, I have to commend you for the design of your site. I don't know if you use something to make it, but it's really user-friendly and cool.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it looks really good on an iPad, too. Thank you.
So,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
of course. And second of all, you talk a lot about, you said it was marketing, it's your marketing portfolio kind of deal. How did you get into kind of branding yourself as a marketer or promoter?
You know what? If it came out of, working in visual communications or visual merchandising, and it was just something I thought I was really interested in, I found a post-grad internship, which is super hard to find, nowadays or whatnot, because everyone just wants to...
Not pay people.
or just not just give anyone a chance after college, So I found an internship, and I kind of worked from there, and I kind of figured things out, and then I started my own hip-hop fashion lifestyle website called thefifthelementmag.com alongside
Nice.
with one of my buddies from college, and we had to self-promote that, and from there I started getting traction as far as like how to brand things or whatnot. Started working with smaller brands to help them out, and it kind of just spiraled, and I started working with bigger companies as it kind of went along. So it was really just by putting myself out there in kind of a by chance type situation that it happened, and then that's where it kind of led me to entertainment marketing, or just entertainment in general, and I kind of switched it into there. So most of my stuff that I did there was some consumer goods products in there, but I was trying to do a lot more in entertainment marketing and branding.
Nice. So what advice would you give someone who is looking to promote themselves, to self-promote?
For self-promotion, I think you have to have some sort of backing with it first, or something that will make people look at you in a sense or whatnot. Like, build it yourself first. Build it for yourself. Build something great for yourself so you have something to show people. And then start networking out the way. From one place to another, one lead can lead to another. It's really true. And it kind of just spiraled. It kept on going. And then you finally have something substantial to basically put together, like say on a website or whatnot, like I did with my website that you found. LinkedIn was really good as well too, for people to find me. And then social media in general. I think social media really helped too. I've been trying to grow my social media. It's still growing as we speak. I'm still trying to push it. But I found out people like stories. People like success stories. People like the struggle to get to success or whatnot. So if you put yourself out there in that respect and show people like it's not that easy, but you're still trying your best, and and once you get like kind of a golden ticket in a sense or whatnot, then more and more people will start following you. People are wondering how you did it or where you're going next, and you kind of build this clout around you, I guess, and then you also kind of build this following around you, and it just leads to other things. I think it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, that's good advice.
You mentioned a story that people like stories. Do you mind sharing your story with us?
Yeah, okay, no, I definitely will let you guys know. I think it was, I'm a total minority, I guess, in a sense. Like for TV or for movies, I'm not the typical person you would see on TV or film or whatnot. I'm Filipino, I am 5'8", not 6 foot plus, you know what I mean? I am not washboard abs 180, 70 pounds or whatnot. So I look different. And I think people maybe who look like they aren't necessarily as confident, or they just don't put themselves out there like that enough. And then, me not really thinking about that, and me just going for, what am I talented in, what can I do, or whatnot. I just put myself out there. And I think that's the story that people like to watch, because they like to see me talk about going through the adversities, but also like to see the success. I think that's where it is. Everything that I've done within brand marketing or entertainment has always been, there was never an easy way to get there. So when I talk about it, see on my Facebook, or I talk about it on Twitter or whatnot, I think people were starting to be drawn into that story, or the more people that looked like me, or other people that were in that same situation as me, saw like almost like a light at the end of the tunnel. Like it could happen for them if they, if they tried.
Are you saying you are the light?
I am not.
You are the way.
No, I think I'm just as an example of somebody who's walking towards it. You know what I mean? Not in the morbid type of aspect, but just
Nino has a month to live.
Oh my
Everybody.
gosh.
that was even more morbid.
We get really morbid on the show, dude.
But just basically, like, there's a path there, and then you could take it, and you could be anyone. Anyone can take it. That's the thing. And I think I let people know that, oh my gosh, I'm not having the best month ever. I'm not having, it's been hard in this sense. And then, but oh my gosh, this next month has been amazing, et cetera, et cetera. I think people like that story. And I think when you also start meeting people in general, it builds even more. Like, somebody will like, you got to check this person out, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of how it's happened.
Right, yeah. That's how it works. When that's how we got you on this podcast. So I started talking, and I liked you, and I'm like, come on, talk, show your ugly mug on the podcast.
Thank you for having my voice on the podcast.
Of course.
Which is not my real talking voice in real life.
Do you use that voice just on like dates and stuff?
I have not. You know what?
Just being like, hello, I am Nino. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am the host of AfterBuzz TV.
I have no idea if I've ever used that on a date before like that. That's going to be interesting. Next time I go out on a date, I'm going to try to listen to myself even more.
You know what? I got you covered, buddy. Next time you go on a date, just ring me up. I'll be at the table right across from you, and I'll listen in.
You'll have a
Appreciate that,
boom
Gage.
mic just hanging over his head or something.
Yeah, just
You're right. He's like, this is for the podcast. Are you ready? 3, 2, we're live.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I use my voice when I'm flirting, or it's usually at like a loud place, like a club or something like that,
Right.
and I lean into a girl's ear and I just kind of get my lowest baritone going as loud as I possibly can and just radio
can
the
the
shit out of
audience
her
hear
ear.
some of that, Jean-Claude?
Yeah, can we get a little sample, Jean-Claude?
Let's
On the spot. On the spot.
hey, what's your name, girl? That's not good.
The voice is great, though.
Hey, what's your name?
I don't think I've ever walked up to someone and said, "Hey, what is your name, girl?"
I think you may have said it to me once or twice.
Yes. And that time it actually worked, so that's
Not
surprising.
that sober, though. There we go. That's how it
And
works.
I'm like, Gage, I told you, we've met like 5 times before this.
The voice, it fluctuates.
This episode will be titled Voices in Our Heads and Out of Our Mouths.
Oh man, speaking of voices, I've been like spending the last day. Have either of you ever heard of a Scottish TV show called Limmy's Show?
Never.
Never.
Never. Okay. So it's this sketch comedy show that's just really, it's of the same strangeness as the show that Old Greg came from.
Who's Old Greg?
You guys have never seen Old Greg?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You never heard of the Mighty Boosh?
Yeah, I've heard of the Mighty Boosh.
Okay, so there's a skit called Old Greg.
Okay.
And it's from a show called The Mighty Boosh, which was a kind of an English, I'm pretty sure it was English, sketch comedy show.
Right.
After this, go watch Old Greg.
I'm going to have to now.
It's very strange, but it's very, very funny. And so Limmy's Show is a sketch comedy TV show, and it is Scottish. And all of the characters in the show have this very distinct Scottish accent. And so for the past day and a half, I've just been watching sketches from the show trying to figure out how to do a Scottish accent, and it is damn hard.
Have you tried?
Yeah, no.
Hear another sample.
Yeah, right. Okay, so give me something to talk about.
See, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
So I've just been repeating what they say in the show. So there's one sketch where he talks about
Talk about your toe fungus, man.
Your toe fungus. Okay.
right, mate. So I've got this crazy toe fungus that I've been trying to get rid of for 3 weeks. I went to the store, mate, and I found some cream for it.
Okay.
But it won't go away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would try to say it back to you, but I would totally fail. So, bravo to you.
Bravo.
That was great.
Thank you. That's like a week and a day and a half worth of work right there. So thank you.
Oh,
everyone.
yeah. That's better than my Colin Farrell Irish accent.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh,
that was
thank
beautiful.
you. That was beautiful. It's me, Colin Farrell. I just like to sit around here, drink a bottle or two, write a sentence, maybe write to Marvel, say, hey, should be in one of your movies. I'm a pretty good actor. Have you seen me in Seven Psychopaths? Pretty good in that.
You got a little bit of country
Yeah,
there at the end.
it was great, and then all of a sudden it was just like he just got a little twang in him, huh?
Oh, man, yeah, I'm from Florida, everyone. Let's just put it up in episode 19. Let's establish that I'm from Florida.
All right, so we got voices down.
Nino hasn't done a voice for us.
I don't think I have any voice but this voice and my regular speaking voice, but because there's a mic in front of me, I can't stop with this voice until the mic's gone.
Well, okay, fair enough. Your wonderful, smooth radio show host voice.
It's just like Jean-Claude says, it's my baritone.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, my name is Nino. I'm pretty good at musicals with the crazy ex-girlfriend. I don't know if you've seen my wife anywhere, but I'm looking to cheat on her sometime soon.
Never.
Nino is a loyal lad.
And a very single lad at the moment. That's okay, though.
Aw, man. Have you not been on any dates, Nino?
I think I've been really concentrating on everything that I've been doing the past couple months, so I haven't, though.
Yeah, Nino has a television show coming up that we can't talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's coming out in 2017. But what we can talk about is another show I'm doing with AOL Originals. It's called Candid Conversations.
Yes, tell us about the Candid Conversations.
It's kind of crazy, actually. We talked to somebody who's nothing directly related to us in the sense of as far as interest or anything like that, or somebody who would think is just totally on the other realm of how we think. And they sit us down together, and we just start talking about everything from race to our ages and how things are different now in, say, our generation as millennials, to our interests, and kind of just seeing how everyone kind of feeds back and forth from it with two totally different personalities, which is kind of cool.
That is very, very
really
cool.
Yeah.
I love the premise of that show.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
It's really cool. It's part of AOL's New Fronts, AOL original type stuff. So watch out for that. I think that's coming out in like about a month or two.
That's wonderful, man. I'm excited to see this.
Thank you, man.
Do we have to pay an AOL fee?
You do not have to subscribe, folks. It is all free.
Nice.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
look
the
out for
best
that,
way.
people. If it's out by the time, I am linking that shit in the description.
I wish that there was a service like that in almost like a public location, maybe like a coffee bar or something that kind of prided itself on come in and sit with a random stranger. I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, you could just do that in a Starbucks, man.
It's still pretty cool, though. But if you set the setting, hey, that could be a promotion for AOL right there. So you better write that idea down, Jean-Claude.
Exactly.
Nino's gonna
But
steal your idea.
and also, if people walk into this coffee bar under the pretense that someone random might come up to them, it kind of lessens that
The fear.
sketchiness.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want the random to come at
Yeah.
you sometimes in different situations. So, yeah, if you could be in a controlled environment. then I think it
Controlled
might be
environment.
okay.
That's good. Very scientific. Jean-Claude is a master scientist. I don't know if you know.
A master scientist, no. But,
Future doctor, probably.
oh man. I mean, I've worked in a couple labs, but master I am not. Wait, no, I am. I just got my master's. I am a master. What am I talking about?
There you go, man.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Amazing.
Oh man, thank you. Yes, my diploma should be arriving within the next couple days, so I'll be able to proudly display that somewhere.
There you go.
Hang that mother
What was it?
heckin' diploma on your, hang it in your audio booth.
There you go. What was your master's in?
Biomedical sciences.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, it was a bitch.
I was
It
a bio minor.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Guess what my minor was?
What?
Film studies.
There you go.
There we go. And I know, what have I learned from? I've learned,
Working at Warner Bros., I feel like I was a film major after the training.
oh, yeah. Because you only had like a week to rehearse.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like a week, and then boom, on the tram with executives to give us a spiel.
Man, I had a bunch of guys in suits come in to my presentation of sound design in Gravity, the art of sound.
The art of sound.
The art of sound. And they seemed to really like it, but I let them out, and I just saw my boss standing there in a convicting manner, and I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get it now. And then he just walked away.
Oh, all right.
And that was it.
And that was it.
That was super anticlimactic.
It was. I asked him about it the next day, and he's like, I don't know who those guys were. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Could have done a terrible job. It wouldn't have mattered.
Just some randos in some suits.
Some randos in
Damn.
some suits,
I
yeah.
have a candid conversation with you about the art of sound.
Then again, Gage, if he did know who they were and they were higher-ups, would he tell you?
Would he?
So,
That's Twilight Zone's theme.
Give me
If
a
he was
little...
pissed, he would.
He would.
So, do they give you any prep for when you do a sound production spiel?
Yes, they do. They give us like 3 days worth of training to memorize a show about Friends, the television show, and the art of sound, which is sound design in the movie Gravity.
Right. So then you feel like you're a producer at one, and the other, you feel like you're a sound engineer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very mellow presentation. Yeah. I've learned to love it. It basically boils down to like, here's the first layer, here's the second layer, here's the third layer, here's them all together.
Of sound design?
Yeah, I'm like, that's basic sound design.
Yeah, any good anything in like editing or just film or Photoshop, it's all layers.
That's true.
Like an ogre.
Yeah, or an onion.
Yep.
Onion, I love onions.
Have you seen Shrek?
Yes, and you're talking about the onion.
The onion, yeah, the onion scene, yeah.
Yes, yes.
It was a
There
good
we go.
scene, man.
Good scene.
This reminded me of a conversation I was having with our coworker Tim the other day. He's like, yeah, I got a bacon cheeseburger. I'm like, yeah, so did I. And we just stood there for a moment, and I just went, well, bye. I clocked out. Haven't seen him since.
So you had a moment with Tim
I had a very special moment with Tim.
over bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger, man. Bacon cheeseburgers on our lot are delicious.
Nice. I had a similar awkward conversation. I worked at this place one time because this story is a little bit unsavory. So they hire a bunch of different people to be actors for this, and you work for a shift, and then you take a break, you work for another shift, and then you go and you have your hour-long dinner. And since there's such an eclectic group of people, you all just kind of end up sitting with a bunch of different people every night, and you get to meet a bunch of different people. And so I sat down with this group of guys and one very hot girl.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I was a substitute, so I ended up like being in a different group of people every single night. So she was in my group that evening, so I just kind of adhered to her, and that's why I tagged along. These other three guys definitely had an agenda and why they were hanging out with this girl. And so we sit down at this table, and we're all eating their food. I had a chicken sandwich, much
Classic.
to the same deliciousness as your bacon burger.
There you go.
Not even close, but continue.
And they start grilling her with these questions on BDSM.
Really?
Yeah. But she's like super into it. I'm sorry?
shit.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why,
yeah,
that's
that
why.
makes sense, yeah.
Oh no, she's like super about it. She's just like, yeah, so this is what happens when you're a dom. This is what happens when you're a sub. And I'm like, I wouldn't say my ears were virgin, but this was not casual conversation for someone that
Definitely not.
you've never spoken with before. So the conversation continues. I don't have too much input in this. And she proceeds to reveal that she is an accomplished porn actress.
Oh.
Ah.
So did everyone take their phones out really quick?
Exactly.
Let's do a little research on this.
It seemed like the three guys definitely kind of already knew that about her.
That was part of their agenda.
So she then proceeds to explain how the most wild thing that she'd ever done on camera was that she had done something to what I name scuba porn. And it is underwater sex
Okay.
where
That's tough.
you take a scuba tank down with you, you breathe the oxygen from the scuba tank, but the people that watch it, they know their audience very, very well, these film cinematography people.
Right.
And they know that the people that watch it don't like to see bubbles. They want to think that the girl is like drowning when they watch.
Wait, if she was drowning, wouldn't there be like a lot of bubbles because she would be like struggling?
Or she
That's what I'm
wouldn't be-
saying. So they would give her the scuba tank, they would let her breathe in a little bit of oxygen, then they would take it away and then film the scene.
Oh, okay.
So it would be like, what is it called?
Asphyxiation?
Yes, there you go.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there we
exactly.
go. Thank
but
you,
underwater.
I was looking at Gage to help me. He was like,
I'm like,
no idea
I
what you're saying.
don't know, man.
And so my conversation ended very awkwardly. I just kind of, after I heard that whole spiel, I stood up, and I was just like, I had to think of something to get out of the situation. I was just like, I am dissatisfied with my chicken sandwich, and then just walked away and threw it in the garbage.
Was it a good
Awkward,
chicken?
But funny.
Yeah.
Was the chicken sandwich good?
I mean, like, it was a little bit too fatty for my liking,
Okay.
but that was definitely not the reason I walked away.
Yeah, that story was
It's something.
well, hold on.
I'm surprised you've never told that on the podcast before.
I don't know, your bacon cheeseburger reminded me of it for some reason.
Oddly enough.
That was the best segue ever to BDSM, folks.
Yeah. BDS burger. That's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. That's
And the car comes to a stop.
I'm losing my touch. These after work recordings just don't work for me.
Did you drain you?
I'm just lucid all the time.
Well, let's throw in an interesting question here. Gage, would you participate if a girl was like, yo, you want to get a little bit freaky? Whipped out I don't know, whip or something? So, trust me, guys, I'm crazy.
Knowing me, the girl would be like, hey, I'm trying to train this lion for a circus thing. It's pretty freaky. And I'd be like, yeah. And I'd be down to my shorts, and I'd be like, oh, man. Oh,
So that
man.
means yes.
Yeah, that is being yes.
That means yes.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Good.
If a girl's like, let's get a little freak, I'm like, lady, let's see what you got.
Well, there we go.
There we go.
So there's a little window into my mind. My mind's eye, as Doctor Strange once said.
Beautiful.
What about you, Jean-Claude? If a girl had some, like, fluffy handcuffs, she'd say, let's get freaky, Jean-Claude.
Oh, well,
I don't know why she's Eastern
first of all,
European.
first of all, she's Dutch or German or something, so already
Yeah.
that's a yes. Second of all, yeah, sure, fuzzy handcuffs, why not?
Check.
I've got nothing much going on otherwise, so.
Then she pulls out a branding iron.
Oh my god. You're now mine forever.
You're now mine, Jean-Claude boy.
Oh, was she Rolf?
This could be a very serious thing, folks.
She's Rolf from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
You're mine, Ed boy.
You're mine, Ed boy.
So we move on.
Yes, Nino. Let's shift gears.
If we ever have an Almost Adults t-shirt, by the way, it's going to be Let's Shift Gears.
There you go.
Because you say that more often than any other phrase.
That's a good one, though. Let's shift gears, because you are shifting gears when you're almost an adult. You shifted a couple times. Actually, a lot of times.
Boom. That's
Yeah.
right. I do drive a manual car, so I
There you
shift
go.
gears all
Oh.
the time.
As
Vroom, vroom.
Good joke.
There you go.
Good joke. Good joke. Good joke. This podcast is called Good Jokes.
There you go. Fillers. There we go. Fillers.
Yeah, and you know all about fillers. You're a tour guide. Yeah, that's what our instructor said to us. It's all about filler, baby. It's all about the cream and the Oreo, baby.
There you go. Never leave a silent second there. And we just did.
So,
That's true. Yeah.
in your life, I assume since you've done a lot of social networking, you have gone to a lot of parties in California, I would think, right?
Yes, quite a few actually.
Yeah?
Oh,
Tell me about
no,
those.
I haven't
Tell me
seen this side of Nino. Well, I've seen a little bit. We went to one party together.
Let's see. Tell you a little bit about those parties.
Yeah, sure. Just give me the scene overview. I'm interested in.
Let's see. I think if we back it up to when I was younger, I would always wonder like, how are those Hollywood parties like? You know, those LA Hollywood scene parties or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I found myself in them, they were definitely unpredictable. Some of them actually. There's some where just straightforward. It's just people networking, talking over drinks, and just trying to be like way too cool type situations.
Yeah.
Without turning up or getting too lit or whatnot. And then. There are
Whoa,
some.
I'm sorry.
Are those terms too much?
Yeah, those terms are a little too much. I mean, we're almost adults, but we aren't kids, okay?
So there are other ones that are just they're exactly what you would think a Hollywood party would be like.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was one that was actually up in the Hollywood Hills that I was at, and it was an industry party, and it was in a nice mansion overlooking Hollywood or West LA or whatnot. West Hollywood, and it looked great. It was really cool. We actually parked in this parking structure. They took us in a charter bus up to the house because we couldn't park our cars there because the street was just going to be too narrow. So they all bussed us from a main parking structure to the actual house, and the house is beautiful with that great view. And having a good time, there was drinks everywhere, people having a good time going crazy, and then somebody gets stabbed.
Oh, shit.
And somebody gets stabbed. Like, this is like, I think 30 minutes after, or
with
we're
a
already
fork?
leaving. No,
with
like somebody like pulled out a knife and stabbed somebody.
Oh shit, dog.
Yeah, we were already coming down from the party. We were already on the bus, and then I look up on social media to kind of see, who was at the party, who was hashtagging or whatnot. Then I see like pictures of like blood everywhere in a bathroom. I was like, I was just at that bathroom like 15 minutes ago.
Why are you smiling and nodding when you say, I was just in there, they'll never know?
But like the point being, I was just there. And then like to see that just happen in the span of like less than 30 minutes as I was coming down and going into my car, like, was crazy. I think it ended up being I'm not sure if it was in the news or whatnot, but I mean, the person didn't die, but it's still. It was
Still, someone got fucking stabbed, dude.
Somebody got fucking stabbed, exactly. So they could be unpredictable like that. And then my dad, when I first started getting into the entertainment industry or whatnot, or coming towards this lifestyle in a sense or whatever, my dad would always say, stay away from the drugs, stay away from the drugs, stay away from the drugs, over and over again. I'm like, Dad, not all the actors or people in entertainment are like that. Like when you're a wide-eyed kid thinking everyone is just, everyone has good hearts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's what I still think.
No, well, let me just tell you.
Well, no, Gage, shut up, don't.
Like, the people that you would never, ever think would be doing something. It was nuts. Like, you turn around, and boom, it's like right there in your face. I'm like, this is what my dad told me not to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was one of those, like, epiphany type of moments.
Oh,
like,
Ben Savage, you savage.
It was like my dad was like, Dad, you're right. It was basically just that. You know what I mean? And but yeah, so those are how the parties go. I mean, some of them are great and some of them are fun. Some of them are safe and fun, cool. And some of them get kind of out of hand, and publicists have to cover up things.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
And the cocaine flowed like water.
It's powder everywhere, bro. Powder everywhere.
It was. Damn it! I was going to say baby powder, but I couldn't weave that into a nice narrative.
So you should talcum powder, any type of powder, everywhere.
Yeah, they'll snort anything.
Oh, shit, yeah, I didn't... I had no idea you went out to all these parties. Why aren't you inviting me, dog?
Warner Brothers got me tired every time I come home now, so...
Oh, yeah.
I think that the best parties are the Hennessy parties. If anyone likes cognac, I used to work a lot with Hennessy, and they throw the best parties. Safe and sound and a lot of drinks.
Oh, man,
Nice.
Those are the best, yeah. We had a... What'd you think of the party we just went to?
It was fun. I think I played bartender for a little bit.
Yeah, you were mixing drinks, and I'm like, this is the best drink. I even made some myself, and I tried to, like, do that thing in solo cups where you, like... Shake it up, but it kept spilling, and I'm like, ah!
It's come down to science now. I think I've had a lot of practice in college. But yeah, no, I think it was fun. I had a good time. I definitely would like to let loose a little bit more.
Yeah, I would like to let loose, too. I was a little restricted at that party, because I've never, like, done a social outing with you guys, and I'm like, let me just drink a little and see what happened.
That's good, though. I think I was the same way. I was like, I think I was people watching that night.
I was people watching, too. I told Tim, I'm like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. A couple things happened. It was cool.
Yeah, a handful of things happened that night. But we'll leave that up to that.
We'll leave it up to your imaginations, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just say Nino got a little handsy with me, and I said, no, thank you, Nino.
I gave him a pizza. That's what I was trying to do.
And he was just giving me a slice of pizza, and I'm like, oh, well, that was very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, fun nights. We haven't really talked about parties on this podcast a lot. Have you been to any crazy parties recently, Jean-Claude?
Any crazy parties recently? No, not necessarily. Personally, I've been pretty tame over the past couple months. Since I was in the master's program and also working a job, it was pretty long nights just studying. I was a big old nerd. I actually just finished talking with a friend a little bit, and we decided that we wanted to go to a lot more shows and things like that in terms of concerts and parties in that respect.
Right
on. So, I don't know, we might have some interesting stories coming up in the near future. Wait, I'm going to a crazy party this Saturday. What am I saying? Yes.
Where at?
One of my friends from Hallow Scream last year is throwing a party, a moving in party, and it should be pretty cool.
That's kind of what happened. That's where we went to. She
Yeah.
just had moved
Yeah.
in. She had just moved. She got
Did
the
she?
job yeah, and she just got the job at Warner Brothers this summer. So it was one
Oh,
of those. We survived the Warner Brothers.
the Warner cut.
The Warner cut, and then she moved into town. So yeah, there you go.
Congratulations to you, coworker. Who you know who you are. You know who you are. I doubt you're listening, but you know. Yeah. So yeah, I think we should start wrapping this up because some people are in my apartment.
Okay, got it. Cool. So let's dish out our final thoughts.
Final thoughts, Jean-Claude.
Final thoughts, me. So I'm starting to work on really refining and producing a self-image for myself that I can promote. So I'd like to say thank you, Nino, for giving me a little bit of direction on how to go about doing that.
Yeah, you should also talk to our good friend Sabrina as well.
Well, you're welcome. First off, Jean-Claude, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Nino, I didn't mean to totally disregard you. I'm like, you just forget about Nino. I mean, Sabrina, she knows a thing or two. But yeah, Nino, thank you for coming on, my friend.
No, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. The questions were great. Jean-Claude, thanks for doing that research, man. It was not
Hey, yeah, of course.
Whatsoever.
I texted Gage before this. I was like, can you just give me a little bit of insight about him? And then I did a little bit more insight on my own. So you are a very professional man, and I'm glad to have you on the podcast.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I had a good time.
Oh,
That was great.
what are your final thoughts, Nino?
Oh, my final thoughts. Let's see. I don't know. We talked about a lot of stuff today. It's kind of like
Yes, we did. Welcome to Almost Adults. It's always all over the place.
Always all over the place. I guess since we're all almost adults here, just keep pushing everybody. I mean, we talked a lot about professional stuff or whatnot, and how I've been going about my career or whatnot. I think everyone can do it, definitely, if they just give themselves as much confidence as they should and try to do the new things. Don't be scared to do things or whatnot. Give it a chance, and you never know. You might like it enough to just keep pushing. Just keep swimming. It's back in theaters, by the way.
Oh,
I
what?
know, I still need to see it.
Yeah. It's going to be
Finding Dory.
back in theaters for like a couple of weeks.
Oh, Finding Dory.
That's right. Ellen, there's your plug, Ellen.
There's your plug, Ellen. Don't say we didn't ever do nothing for you.
And I've been trying to get tickets for 2.5 years now
For
for the show.
Finding Dory. Oh, I thought you
for
meant
Ellen.
for Finding Dory. I'm like, Finding Dory hasn't been out for a lot.
For Ellen.
You should just work the show.
I have.
Oh, okay.
But I would like to be in the audience for 12 days of Christmas. That's it. Okay, done.
Okay. My final thoughts. If you have the opportunity to do drugs, don't, but watch people who do drugs. It's fascinating.
If you have the opportunity to do drugs, do it in a safe environment. See if it's something.
Consult
that-
your doctor first. Consult your dad. And consult your best friend.
You know what my dad would say. So,
Yeah, you know what Nino's dad would say. Consult Nino's dad as well, as a matter of fact. Just in case he's changed his mind about the subject.
definitely has not.
Tweet him at Nino's dad.
There
Twitter.
you go.
At Nino's dad, hashtag 4987. There we go.